Hi there, it's Jan here from Mussels and More Pottery. Today we are going to bake a creamy dill seafood penne in the Mussels and More Pottery shells here. And I just want people to know that they are not just decorative, they are an oven-safe dish. So here we go. Okay, so here we have in our oyster shell some chopped onions and the garlic and the butter, which we need, of course, to saute. So I'm going to throw the butter in. Ooh, that's really hot. That's okay. You never know what's going on. Go on. These cast iron frying pans really hold the heat. That's okay. We're just going to throw all that in there. That's going to cool the pan down. I didn't say I was a professional chef. I'm just a professional potter. So we'll just get that sauteing here off the heat for a little bit. Okay, so we've got our water boiling here, salted water. I'm going to throw in some olive oil and the penne pasta. Give it a little stir and let that start to boil. Okay, our onions here are sauteed. I'm going to throw in the cream cheese and the ricotta or cottage cheese, whichever you prefer. I like ricotta. And we're going to just sort of get that bubbling very slowly and simmering together. Get it all mixed in. Okay, so now we need to add a little bit. Actually, I'm going to add the mushroom soup first. I'm going to just add the mushroom soup, Campbell's of course, to that. Get that stirred in, still on a low heat. Add the milk, stir that in. Got half a teaspoon. I'm halving this recipe because there's only Mike and I. So I'm cutting this recipe in half. So it's only half a cup of dill. And the Parmesan cheese. Now we just want to slowly saute or bubble this, just slowly. I want to rush it till it's all mixed up and just got a light bubble. Okay, so you just want to get that cheese, the two cheeses, just very, very lowly bubbling in with your onions. Just, you can see it's just starting to bubble slowly. I've got it on a low heat in the cast iron frying pan, and you don't want it to burn. You just want to have a nice little bubble. I hope you have a glass of cold wine or beer while you're doing this too. It always makes it go a lot smoother. Oh, forgot to tell you, you need to add some pepper to that too. I like a good grating of it. Okay, so this is nice and creamy. You should turn your heat off at this point when you start to add your seafood. We're going to leave the scallops whole. You can chop them up if you want, make them in small pieces, but Mike's a bit of a seagull and he likes to have a big chunk. And I'm actually going to take these prawns off here. I'm going to add those last on top of the pasta because it's nice to show some nice big fat prawns sticking out of the pasta dish. It looks really impressive. Just stir that in a little bit. Heat's off. Okay, our pasta has finished boiling and we're just going to drain it in a colander and we'll be ready to mix in the sauce. Done. Okay, so we're just going to pour that seafood mixture into our pasta. I just throw the pasta back in the pot I cooked it in. It's a lot easier. So one thing you want to make sure of is that you keep the edge of the pottery shell bowl nice and clean. You do not want to get any of the food on this edge. You want to have lovely presentation, so you have to be very careful when you're scooping it in to not get it onto that spot, just in the middle of the dish. Okay, so now we just want to put a little bit of that grated mozzarella carefully over the top. Once again, don't get it on the edge of the shell here, or else it will just not look very pretty. And I like to stick a couple of the prawns that I saved for the end so that they are sort of sticking out for presentation, and they look really nice rather than being mixed in. Okay, so completed dishes, they put on a cookie sheet to make it easy to put them into the oven. And the oven is at 350 degrees. And we are cooking them for about 30 minutes till they're nice and bubbly. There, that's lovely. Beautiful. I think your guests will be thoroughly impressed. Thank you. From Mussels and More.